All right. Hello. Hello. Hang on. I've got to go live over here in our Instagram. I believe we can get it going. There we go. Okay. Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to our weekly live here inside of High Ticket Sales Systems That Convert. Today, we are going to be walking through basically three simple methods or strategies that you can use to generate more leads. Now, if we use these strategies combined, there is no limit to how many leads per week you can generate. If you want to use one of these methods, you can still, without spending any money, you can still be generating up to 200 leads per week. 100 leads, super easy, no brainer. How many of you could use an extra 100 leads a week without spending any money to get them? And really, if we use certain tools, we can even do it in less time than you would imagine. I'm Shauna St. James. Right here, I am the founder of Women Embracing Wealth. Really, it's about having encore abundance, I call it. This is having abundance so that you can live the life that you want to live. I'm all about making sure that you have the strategies, the systems, the tools, and even the skills that you need to be able to 2 times, 3 times, even 10 times your yearly income or monthly income, depending on what your goal is. That is what we do. I am so proud to be able to work with clients from all over the world who have accomplished this. And I want to share what we do so that you can basically leverage all these things for yourself. Okay, so let's dig in really quick. Oh, before we do that, hey, if this is your first time here, I'd love to hear from you. Like, give me the hands up. Hey, first time. If you're watching this in replay, type in hashtag replay. I know that we can't all be on here, all at the same time live, even though I would love that. There's nothing more than I love having people on here live. But if you are joining from other places in the world and watching this in replay, type in hashtag replay. Okay, let's dig in. This is about having three simple strategies, dependable, reliable, will work no matter what. No matter what, these will work. Now, there are different things. We're going to talk about the different things as to what you need to make them work. But if you use these three strategies that we're covering today, you can easily be growing your leads by 100 leads per week. Hi, hey, I've got a Facebook user here. So glad to see you. Sorry, StreamYard is not showing me your name, but I'll be able to see afterwards. So I will be sure to get back to you. So here they are. Let's dig in. Number one, the most familiar way, I think, for any business owner is understanding how to get leads organically. What does that mean? Organic leads means you are doing outreach to maybe cold people. A cold audience means they don't know you. They don't know who you are. They don't know what you offer. They are brand new to what you offer. A cold audience may not even quite be aware that they have an issue that you can solve, that they have the issue that your product solves. A warm audience is also a group that you would reach out. Hey, Katrina. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. That you would reach out to organically. A warm audience, they're going to know who you are. They're familiar with what you offer. And they're also probably very aware that you have a solution for a problem that they're experiencing. Sorry, I don't know why I'm losing my voice today. So what does organic mean? Organic means we are out there pounding the pavement, using our time to collect our leads. Now, that can be anywhere from 3 hours, 5 hours, 1 hour a day. It depends on you as to how much time you want to put into this per day. But I'm telling you that with as little as 30 minutes a day, you could be connecting with organically when you have the system that I love teaching. I love teaching this system because it is really efficient once you get the hang of it, once you learn the skills and you have the tools to be going out there and adding 20 new leads, connecting with 20 new leads per day, let's say 5 days a week, is very doable. Very doable. So when you're looking at that kind of organic outreach, you are collecting 100 new leads a week just by using a simple system that you can do organically without spending any money on ads. And if you're wondering, well, I hear what you're saying, Shauna, but I don't understand how to do it. I get it. I didn't either. It was something I had to learn, which is why now I share it with all my clients. And it is not always something, it's not the fun stuff that gets us what we need, that gets us the results in our business. It's really the kind of the mundane work that nobody really enjoys doing. So you have to turn it into somewhat of a game. You have to gamify it in my mind. Things have to be fun for me. It's probably a little immaturity there. I realize that's not a very adult thing to say, but in order for me to continue doing something day after day, week after week, it has to have some element of fun. I have to enjoy it in some way. So when you take the system that we teach you and you understand how to reframe it and gamify it, it becomes a lot easier to do that mundane, just you got to repeat it every day work. Okay, so first system, right? Or cold traffic, warm traffic, doing it organically. That means you're out there doing the outreach yourself. There are tools that can help you automate this, that save you a lot of time, but you can also do this when you're starting out without any tools, if you must. I will say I did that for years and I am never going to recommend that to anyone. It is so much easier when you start with the tool. Oh my gosh, so much easier. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes you really can. So you have a strategy you can use, organic lead generation. Number 2, what's the second? And I've already mentioned it. It's about paying. It's paid ads. When you are paying for ads, no matter what platform you're on, specifically I'm talking about social media right here, you obviously can leverage your time because you are not going out there and finding those people one by one yourself, or your VA, your virtual assistant, isn't having to do that. You can be paying for an ad that is going out there and you're using the platform's algorithm to help you attract your ideal client, the people who are the best fit for what you do, who you are, and what you offer. Now, once again, paid ads, great strategy. Now, there are some tools and systems, tools and skills that you have to have behind that strategy for that to be effective, right? If we just go out there and we boost a post, or we don't understand how to target correct audiences and all the nuances behind, all those boxes. If you've ever gotten in Meta Business Suite and you're like, okay, I'm going to run an ad, it's really confusing. What do all these things mean that I'm checking off? And sometimes even when you read the instructions, the explanations, you're like, I don't really know what they just told me this means. So you have to have some tools, skills, and strategy and systems behind understanding how to get leads through paid ads. But it is another strategy, and really it helps you leverage your time, right? Because someone else is going out there and doing that work for you. And really it's your money that's doing the work for you. All right, here's the third one. And here's why I love this one the best. This method, you can leverage both. You can do this both organically and leverage your reach. And you can also do this with a paid ad. It's lead magnets. So this is really a piece of content that you create that is very valuable for your audience, for your buyer? What is a small solution you can offer your audience out of all the big things, when you check off all the things your product does, the benefits, everything that your product helps your customer solve? When you take those one at a time, break them all down, which one is the highest priority for them, right? Your solution is a multi-layered solution. It's not just a one thing. What are those other issues that you can actually solve in a small way that are going to serve your client and help them see how much more value you can provide them if they, quote, work with you, if they buy your product or whatever it is you're out there presenting? What is that for you? That means, for example, I'll just go with the art. I'm an artist, so this is one of the easiest ones for me to pull out, of the hat, which honestly, if you can sell art, you can sell anything, I say, because it is definitely one of the more nuanced kinds of products to sell. But let's say that you have art buyers and you're looking at art buyers. What are the most common problems that your art buyer has that you can solve for them before they ever invest, before they ever put any money out there to buy your product? One of the most common ones is just understanding the process, the best system for purchasing a piece of art. What is the best process? How do they not make a mistake? They don't want to spend money and get something and then not be the right thing for them. How can you help them avoid making that mistake? Having a lead magnet that gives them all that information is a really powerful lead magnet. Of course, you have to have the systems and the skills to be able to position that the right way so they understand the value of that lead magnet you're offering them. I think you're starting to see how this all snowballs, right? But lead magnets you can put inside of a paid ad, or you can offer organically. When you're out there, meeting and greeting and shaking people's hands virtually, what can you offer them that's something helpful for them? People really appreciate that these days. This is kind of a side note, but let's go ahead and open this can of worms. Have you ever purchased something? Have you ever invested in something? For those of us who are run online businesses, I am willing to bet that 99% of you have had this experience. You spend money on something, you pay for something, it doesn't deliver what it is you thought you were going to get, what it is you were told you were going to get, or what it is that your understanding of what this was going to help you do, but it doesn't really accomplish that for you. Now, that could be because you didn't necessarily implement everything, right? There are different reasons why things don't work. And maybe you didn't implement what it is you got from your product that you purchased. It may be that you did it, but you didn't quite do it the right way. Maybe you were doing it on your own and you thought you had it, but there's a few things you need to tweak and you just didn't realize that, so it didn't work. It doesn't really matter why. But when those kinds of things happen, it makes you overly cautious the next time. So the next time you may see the perfect opportunity, but you're going to let that slide by because you were burned over here in this other product. My goal is to never have you experience that. I have experienced that. I've spent, $30,000 on a product that ended up not delivering what it was supposed to deliver in the amount of time it was promised that it could be delivered. And, there were combinations of things as to why that didn't happen. But nevertheless, what I thought I was getting was not really what I got. Right? Whether it was the level of training, whether it was the level of support, whether it was, all these different aspects of the product. So what are some things that your client has probably been, quote, burned by in the past? How can you be the solution to the problem that they've experienced in the past? How can your product be different than what they've experienced in their past? That is a good place to start looking when it comes to creating a lead magnet that would be very valuable. And not only that, but really attractive, right? We have to have a lead magnet. It has to be something that our people really want and need. That's a good place to start looking. So overall, here you go. You've got organic, paid, and lead magnets or content, right? Valuable content that helps someone move forward, that solves a problem for someone. And the wonderful thing about that last one is you can use that both in your organic and your paid. So that's really all I want to give for you today. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Sorry I was not available last week. Long, complicated story, but we're here this week. Yay! We will be here next week. I'll be announcing what we're going to talk about next week. I think I'm actually going to be doing a slide presentation for you that will give you some really good ideas as to this process that we're talking about. We talked about organic paid leads, lead magnet, but what does that look like? What's the picture? How does this play out when it comes to actually making this happen for your business? We'll talk about that. All right. Have a great one, you guys. Bye.